Life before time for change. Wow. It was grief-stricken, a lot of sorrow, a lot of devastation, a lot of anger and rage, a lot of betrayal and manipulation, a lot of alcohol abuse, a lot of sexual abuse. It was just like it just seemed like a series of unfortunate events, just one after the next. You know, alcohol began tasting like water to me. That's all I would drink was alcohol and water. Yeah, I would wake up looking for it, and I would go to sleep with it. Alcohol, vodka. I feel like it was an addiction that I picked up due to life circumstances, events that happened in my life. You know, I was really close with my mother who passed away. It's been about 8 years, 2013, what is this, 21? So about 8 years, and she had a battle with addiction, and but she was a great woman nevertheless. But she battled with addiction, and I saw her go from worse to worse with her addiction, and then she finally just was like she didn't want it anymore, and was diagnosed with cancer the same year she decided to leave drugs alone. And her body was just so altered from the drug use that she couldn't fight off the cancer. So we were really close, me and my mother. Even though I have 4 other siblings who also were the apple of my mother's eye, I was the token. I was the token one, and my siblings, they know that. So I feel like when my mother passed and her addiction passed with her, it's like I picked up where she left off. You know what, I was in jail back in January, and for my second DUI. For my second DUI, man, I caught the second DUI right after completing everything for the first one. Payment, classes, just got my license reinstated, and drove drunk and got pulled over. When I was arrested for that DUI, I also was arrested for child endangerment because Jeremiah was in the car. So they took my baby January 10th, 2021. Yeah. They didn't even give me an opportunity to, they just took my baby from me. They just took him, and I felt horrible. I felt like a failure. And I was in jail, and I seen the pictures of Time for Change on the walls of the windows in the prison, the jail. I wasn't in prison. And there was another lady there who was also an inmate there, and she said that she gave me something to read because I couldn't get a hold of any paperwork or anything to just get me out of my situation. So she gave me a Time for Change pamphlet, and I read it. I got out of jail, and I kept hearing about Time for Change, and I would speak to other women who were in my situation, and I kept hearing for Time for Change. So I finally called and got an assessment, and I met the criteria for what Time for Change said they were able to do, and came to Time for Change. I hit the ground running, and they gave me a yes, and I gave them a yes, and we went from there. Time for Change offered what I was looking for, a stable, safe haven that allowed me to have my children with me. All these other places wanted to separate me from my children. Time for Change allowed me to have my babies with me. And that was what sold me right there. It was like, I can go to this place and I can have my kids with me. I was sold. I actually got to meet Miss Kim Carter, and she has this big personality. I respected that about her. she also showed me some stuff too, recovery, you know, what it looks like, how to maintain it. And that's what I enjoyed the most about it. But Time for Change, I also got to, you know, come into contact with other women who had struggled and struggled hard. Some that still are, but they get up and suit up and do what they need to do so that it just becomes easier. So nothing but inspiration, really. So yeah, so I am working. I got a job, which is actually a really good feeling too as well, because, you know, before coming to Time for Change, I didn't have a job. You know, I used my body to make an income, and that brought in a lot of trauma as well. So having a job, a nice, clean, wholesome job that I get to clock in and claim taxes for, it feels good. It feels real good. You know, I get to wear a uniform, and, you know, I get to keep my clothes on, and that just, you know, makes you feel like a woman, you know what I mean? And not like an object. That feels good. I love my new place. It fits me and all three of my boys perfectly, you know? The decoration, the hardwood floors, where it sits, the balcony. I have no complaints. Yeah, I love it. I'm so excited. That's just the only thing that's missing. Like, I'm so happy to be in my own space. And it's been about 6-7 years since I've had my own apartment. And it's still surreal to me, you know, like I still walk in and kind of treat it like I'm a guest. Like, I don't take my shoes off. I haven't even really this unless I'm sat on the couch. I fell asleep on the floor the other night. When I woke up, like, oh, I can get in my bed. I fell asleep on the floor. It was comfortable there too. Looked at the bed, was scared to touch it. Like, it's somebody else's bed. So I'm still just basking in the ambience myself. Like, man, it feels good. It feels real good. Yeah, so after being homeless for years, and coming to Time for Change in less than 2 months, I am in my own apartment. I have a job, and I am in reunification process with my son. I am still like, I still can't believe it. Like, I really still cannot believe it. Time for Change, they really see me and valued me, and they valued my struggle, and they gave me goals and helped me accomplish them. And now all I have to do is just continue to maintain it, and they make it very easy for you to do that. I can't believe it. This morning I went to go pick my son up for a usual CFS visit, and was told that he's staying home. I don't have to take him back to the foster agency. So, and it's all thanks to Time for Change putting me in that apartment, because that was the biggest obstacle for him being released back into my care. And the apartment was assessed by the social worker, and she was pretty impressed herself with what she seen. And early Christmas present.